I will invite Mr. Mark Bowman, Vice President for Policy and Partnership at the EBRD. Thank you, sir, for being here, and we are very lucky to have you in Romania these days. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much, Buonasera. It's a real pleasure to be here today representing the EBRD, and it's a real pleasure to be here in Romania. Romania, an extremely important country for the EBRD, one of our largest countries of operation, and very pleased to say that we had a record year of investments in Romania last year, and we're on track for another record year this year. This event this evening, it's fantastic to be in this amazing venue. This is an incredibly important event and a really great opportunity to meet so many people involved in the energy sector in Romania. I'm just back. Last weekend I was in Dubai for the COP discussions, and very interesting discussions, but one of the clear messages coming from the COP meeting is that the world is not acting quickly enough to reduce CO2 emissions, and I think we're all aware that we need to ensure that globally emissions peak as soon as possible and begin to rapidly decline. And that, of course, is a very significant challenge, a challenge that will require very significant investments. It's the challenge which is an absolute priority for the EBRD. At the EBRD, 50% of our investments are green investments. And since the beginning of this year, all of our investments have been Paris aligned. So a massive challenge. But I think the main message I want to say this evening is that it's also a massive opportunity. And actually from talking to people in this room, I can tell that that is a sentiment that is very much shared by the participants this evening. Just to say that renewable energy is obviously cleaner energy, but it also makes economic sense. It's cheaper energy, and it's also more secure energy. And I think if there's one thing we've learned from the last 2 years, it's that fossil fuels are not only dirty, they're expensive, and they're not very reliable. So I'm very firmly of the view that there are very significant opportunities for renewable energy, and it's the countries that really take advantage, really are active on the energy transition. Those are the countries that will be successful in the future. Now, to take advantage of these very significant opportunities, of course, large amounts of investment are necessary, but it's not just about investments, it's also about ensuring that there's a high quality supply of bankable and investable projects. And for that to happen, a number of things are necessary. First of all, you need the political ambition. Investors want to know that there's going to be a pipeline of high quality projects. Second, you need a stable regulatory framework. Investors respond to clear signals, and stability in the regulatory framework is absolutely key. Third, a very important issue is grid capacity. I think everyone who's involved in the renewable sector knows the importance of grid capacity and building grid capacity. Fourth, the need to ensure an effective permitting regime so that investments can happen quickly and efficiently. And of course, more generally, the need to ensure a good business environment, that attracts and supports private investment. And at the EBRD, we have a unique ability to combine investments with policy dialogue, and of course to support this agenda. And just to give a few very quick examples of our collaboration over the course of the last few years or so, we've been very pleased to collaborate with the Ministry of Energy on the Contracts for Difference scheme. Very pleased that this is very near to completion. Will be up and running and live soon, and that is expected to enable more than 5 gigawatts of renewables to come online by 2025. And as the EBRD, we very much hope that we will be involved in a number of those projects. On the grid, Romania is no different from other countries in the region in terms of capacity bottlenecks. And we, the EBRD, we stand ready to support Transelectrica and electricity distribution companies in more rapid deployment of capacity and in addressing key bottlenecks. And of course, Romania is also an important player for Moldova and potentially Ukraine, and the EBRD will support any endeavour that will increase the connectivity and security of this, this region. We also look forward to getting involved in projects encompassing energy storage. Energy storage will be increasingly important in terms of efficient management of intermittent renewables. So as the EBRD, absolutely standing ready to support the energy transition in this country and to help take advantage of the opportunities. I focused a lot on energy supply, but I think it's also important to touch briefly on energy demand and stress the need for accelerated implementation of energy efficiency programs. There's a lot of potential in terms of reducing demand for energy, implementing energy efficiency programs. And at the EBRD, we are in the process of launching new financial instruments in Romania, combined with technical assistance, which will use RRF and cohesion funds to increase energy efficiency in buildings, transport, and companies. And of course, we will continue with our work with key municipalities through our flagship Green Cities program. So just to conclude, really, the energy transition in Romania obviously presents many challenges, but it also offers extraordinary opportunities. At the EBRD, we are very much open for business, and we stand ready to contribute, sharing our wealth of regional experience to ensure that Romania's energy sector can fully realise its potential. We have a very strong pipeline of investments for next year, and we look forward to continuing this important work and working with a number of different partners in this room. So thank you very much.